Hello, my relatives. Hello, my loved ones. My name's Jeff. I'm here to working with a fire. It's smoky. It's pretty wet out here. I want to share some dynamic stories for you. I want to share a sacred moment in time where God, the Supreme Divine, wants to be with us. I'm very hot, very sweaty from the heat, also from the fire. It's hot out. August, mid-August. And so we got a dream within a dream going on. A prayer mode. We're here. Gonna sing to the universe. Invite the cosmic consciousness to attend with us. As I always do. Honor the fire, the water, the earth, and the air. The trees, the standing people, the stone people, the sacred sun, sun behind the sun, the central sun, the wind nation. Brothers and sisters of the four directions, east, south, west, north, above and below and within 7 directions. We open the gates, we open the time, the doorway, the portal really is just thinning the veil between this world and the other world. Butterflies, the wingeds, creepy crawlies, the insects, the fishes of the sea, the gators, snakes, the hairy man, the Bigfoot, the ancestors here on this land, the undines, salamanders, the sylphs, the gnomes, the little people, fairies, sprites are all here. And the wind picks up gently as I work, as I pray, as I involve everything with life, all elemental life, the sprites and the gnomes, the electrons, millions and billions of electrons that flow down through us every day from the prana, from the mana, from the chi, from the heavens. They have their living consciousness. People don't even recognize, nobody recognizes them. So I pray for them and all the unseen beings of light that help our world. And the electrons. They go around this world wherever there's a place where there's been poisoning or nuclear leakage or oil spills. They work by the multitudes. Nobody even knows. Ascended Master teachings all say all this. They're quick to remember them. Often. We start with the thanking the I am presence, my God spark within my heart, who I really am. Divine essence brought forth from the universe. The creator within, the creator without. all-knowing, all-powerful, everywhere, seeing, hearing, knowing, clairsentient, clairaudient, clairvoyant, telepathic. So I gotta work with my fire a little bit. So that's what we do when we come out here in behalf of all life, in behalf of all nature, in behalf of all the two-leggeds, the humans working here. We all work together. We're a symbiosis. We're a unity. We're a team with the galactic beings, with the ascended hosts, the archangels, with our individual spirit guidance teams that had built up more heat than I realized. Looked like it was going out. You probably can't see too much of it because I couldn't set up my phone properly today because I forgot my stand, my tripod stand. So I got it tied to a stick with hair ties, little bungee cord things, whatever, to get it straight. So take what I can get there. So much is happening on our world. Sometimes it takes me a while to get started, just because I just got here. And we know that the divine plan, the master plan, the Ascended Masters, divine plan fulfilled is what we pray all the time, which includes our divine plan, even if we don't know it, which I'm sure most of us don't. We have our dreams, we have our hopes, we have our wishes and our families and our service to the world. Well, we have even greater mission than that, for the fact that this world is transforming. This was the time. This was prophesied every culture imaginable, that the world would end. But the Mayan calendar, 2012, 26,000 years had been accurate to the minute. It's certainly true. And it ended. Everybody freaked out. End of the world, da da da. No. Even the Mayan elders said, listen, it only means it's time for a new calendar. It's time for a new age. It's time for a new turning of the wheel of the 26,000 year procession of the equinoxes, when the world becomes new again. The world becomes completely new, renewed once again. Because it's meant to be. The masters of the universe, angels, galactic, star nations, star families, all the way up, all the way down, we're working together. Even the dark ones are serving their purpose. They may not even know exactly. The old guard, let's say, the old guard is trying to continue and hold out the old ways of being, the old control systems, the old 13 bloodline, Illuminati, off-world, reptilian, reptilian, Anunnaki factions that got in here long ago and messed with our DNA and dumbed us down. And Atlantis, end of Atlantis. Why do you think a continent sank? Why do you think Lemuria, a whole continent sank? Wars over what? Control of the planet, of the energy, feeding off us, looshing. So every system we've had, from banking to employment to schooling to religion, has been manipulated. Fear and control, fear and control, fear and control. Why do you think we work 5 days and have 2 days off? Think about how insane that is. We're the ones. Why wouldn't it be 4 and 3? Why wouldn't it be half and half? That's the system that they created. Well, native people around the world, they thought differently. They followed the herds. They planted or hunter-gatherers, and many of the tribes would hunt and gather and fish, smoke their meat and their fish, and their make their underground storages, and they make their pemmican from meat and berries and everything they needed, right? For 4 or 5 months. And the rest of the time, guess what they did? Whatever the heavens they wanted. Whatever the heck they wanted to do. So, when it's summer and the berries and the fruits are ripe, you gather. Hunt, the buffalo hunts. And you preserve that game, and you have it all year round. So that's different, right, from the Western world, what we've been put into. So these are the times it's changing. There's been forces working for this for eons of the light. You've only heard of the dark. Oh, the world is getting worse. Oh, the end is near. No, we like to say, somebody I knew had a t-shirt, the beginning is near. The renewal, the rebirth. Like I said, the Aquarian age, this 1,000 years of peace, the Christ return, and mainly through our hearts as one. The Ascended Masters, they're all available. They're all here. All we do is call on them. I ask the Ascended Master host through the I Am Presence, through my God Self, through my unfed flame of my heart, which is the threefold flame: love, wisdom, power, the fire in my heart, the spark of God. Ascended hosts, archangels, elemental kingdom, the saints and the ancestors and the galactic families to be with me at this time, to speak through me, to share the teachings, the Andromedan activation to be activated to a fuller level within me. I ask you once again, universe, what is it that you want me to do? What is it that you would have? How can I serve with my light? What is the purpose? My purpose here. And then you get quiet and you listen. You listen in that setting. You listen in the next setting, the next meditation. You listen when you're still. You listen when you're quiet. You listen when you're in the nature and by the river and by the waters, the mountains, and the sea. And what's going to happen is it's going to be downloaded into you. It's not going to be a message in your ear, go do this, go there, go do this. It's going to come through your intuition. It's going to come through your feeling body. And you're going to know something. We're continually being purified through these weather, the changes, the negativity on the planet, the density, the sun rays, the cosmic blasts of photonic plasma, gamma rays, all designed from the universe, Creator God, Prime Creator, Source, that has been going into our DNA, waking up our DNA nonstop for a few years now, but it's super intense now. We just had this Perseus meteor showers maybe close to a week ago, whatever day it was. And they said, if you can lay on the grass, great. and pray and make certain prayers, drink water, put your head to the north, and receive the downloads, because they're designed. These Perseus meteor showers were designed. The tellings, the prophecy, the teachings say from the Galactic Federation Light said that Perseus, I'm probably not saying it right, the Perseus constellation, way back before the Earth was even created, that they would brought all these star nations together and wanted to create this amazing planet that would be a library, a culminary of all the sacred DNA of the whole universe that could be used by all beings of the earth and the universe to learn to become a multidimensional realm, where a bi-station where we could travel to other realms in consciousness. Other beings can visit, and we have whole council and live in peace and share. Like the old days, makes me think of the old days when the natives would trade, get together, powwows in summer, and trade their goods. And in this case, it'd be knowledge and consciousness, DNA wisdom. Even Barbara Marciniak wrote these books in the 80s. Barbara Marciniak, Bringers of the Dawn, and the other book was Pleiadian Keys to the Living Library. That Earth is a living library. All the things I talk about now, all the things you'll hear from the teachers and the cosmic beings and the channelings, she wrote about in her 2 books. I kid you not. You know, many of these books have been coming out, yeah. But that was my awakening in the 80s. Barbara Marciniak, Bringers of the Dawn is the first one. She talks about all the star races and the reptilians getting in here and transforming, and you know, they're just but they're part of the whole. They're part of the universe. They're part of, you know, nature. There's snakes and there's gators and there's wildcats, bears, and they're all what? Predators. Yeah, they eat other animals, right? Well, who's to say that doesn't exist in the other realms? They say it is a dualistic universe, yes. But when the consciousness raises to a much higher level, you go beyond duality and you go into the oneness. And in that oneness, you become one with the higher levels of consciousness, the other beings and teachers of the universe. You can interact, call it multidimensional. And one that could be through telepathy, that could be through dreams, that could be through sensing things, that's between knowing, that's between doing your own writings to where you end up, you're channeling. Automatic writing, excuse me. And so, all these things are true. They're true in my world, they're true in many people's realms, they're true in the Native American realms. This is where I first was introduced to the star people and the consciousness. My wife's adopted father, we call him Grandfather Wallace, older, and his wife, Grandma Grace Spot Eagle. That's just what everybody called him, Grandma and Grandpa. But he had many visions of Pleiades and many things. He's a super master being, teacher, broken English, cowboy hat, real tall, but he would talk earthy, talk about the earth and the plants and the animals and the peace pipe and the ceremonies, and then he would talk about the star people, our star relatives, our ancestors. Most all tribes believe they're descendants of, mainly the Pleiades, origin stories. Yes, it's all true. Grandpa Wallace would say, every once in a while in his teachings, he spoke all around the world. He took the Chinoopa, the peace pipe, one of the first ones to follow the prophecies of their elders, to take the pipe and the teachings around the world to help the wisdom of the earth, to save the earth. And he said, I'm 19th generation Lakota, 9 on this planet, 10 on Pleiades. And we'd say, what? What did he just say? Oh my God, you gotta be, that's unbelievable. And so, and they have lots and lots of origin. Every tribe has origin stories, where they come from. The Lakota, one of their main, is that when a child's coming into the world, the master teachers and angels bring the child in a blanket to the edge of the Milky Way, and they send the child down through the Big Dipper, Ursa Major star constellation called trying to remember the Lakota name for it. Wichakiyu Hape. Wichakiyu Hape. The great doorway into the mother's womb. And with it comes a Wanagi, which is a spirit guide, an angel, guiding angel, with them throughout their whole life. And when they go back, when they go across the other side, they go back through the Wichayu, the Great Dipper, Wichakiyu Hape, great doorway, back to the Seven Sisters, or wherever they came from. Their teachers ones to know. So all these things can be found through the Akashic Records, through the wisdom of inner knowledge, through inner teachings, through things are awakening. Our DNA is awakening rapidly. People are awakening around the world by the tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands right now, realizing that we've been in a false matrix, we've been in a lie, we've been dumbed down, we've been manipulated, that we're really free, sovereign, unique, authentic, original, genuine, happy, joyous beings of light. Yeah. And so here we are talking about it. Here we are remembering it. Here we are living it. Coming together as one in gatherings and Zoom conferences and in the parks and meditation circles. And so all of it's awakening. We got to do more and more. We got to get on that, guys, and come together now. There's so many awakened that in the seventh generation, the young ones, they're here. They were born with advanced DNA. They're waiting for us. They're awakened. They're ready. Let's go. What are we doing, guys? You know, you older ones, you indigos, or you old souls, you earth angel, chosen ones, show us the way. Let's get together. Have these gigantic events, gigantic peace conferences. Now's the time. Quit looking at media. Quit looking at the news. Quit buying into that. If you want your news, go to Rumble or Odyssey or Telegram, X, or there's a bunch of them that are Truth Central. You're going to see the other side of the coin of what the news says. And you're going to be like, what? What a contrast. It's unbelievable. Well, one of them's lying and one of them's telling the truth as it's revealed, as it's shared, as it's brought together through the unified field of truth, of consciousness, of love. So it's up to you. You want to stay dumbed down? You want to buy into the lie? You want to just be a slumbering, the slumbering beings of light? No judgmental, no judgment. It doesn't matter. I'm just saying, you can get a lot more truth. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to reach out. Don't be afraid to try things new. Don't be afraid to do things you've never done before. Go skiing or scuba diving or swimming in a sacred, all these spring-fed rivers in Florida, or into the mountains, or camping, or traveling, or going to ceremony, trying to sweat lodge, or going to different churches, or the mosque, or the Japanese temple, the Buddhist temple, or the sacred sites around the world. Stonehenge, I've been there twice, maybe 3 times. Twice for sure. I've been inside the Great Pyramid of Egypt. We did peace pipe ceremony inside there with 15 amazing people. My soul family from my previous family. Still family, but we all got guided to different things to do to do our missions. We all got trained really well, and then we went out and doing our work, whether it's with our own family or whether with groups or communities or worldwide or YouTube. I've been to India to see, always with groups, my ex-wife Mary Thunder, usually, a master teacher named Sai Baba. We got taken there by relatives because she had a vision of him on the woman's massage table, and she goes, "Oh my God, that's my master. You see my master?" She goes, "Yeah, he's here. He's with you. His consciousness is with you all the time." And she's like, "Oh my God, we're so excited. My husband and I are gonna take you and your husband to India. We're going soon." So a whole group got together, and it's really incredible. And he had a museum of all the sacred things of different cultures around the world, but he didn't have he had nothing of Native American, or very little, so Richard, my stepson Richard Grimes, he was a pipe carver. He carved this beautiful pipe bag. We took it, we got it to Sai Baba's people, because he's on stage in front of 10,000 people, and they said, "Oh, he'll be honored, and so we got it to them. They got it to him before we left. The end of that week, that person was around us. He was a liaison, and they said he received it. He received your sacred gift. So it's been in his museum all this time, Chanupa, in the bag, peace pipe. So you can see it, but 2 pieces. You don't put it together. But it's just an honor, different, sacred ways. And I've been to Ireland, where we went on tour to all the sacred sites. We did a big ceremony, remarriage at Hill of Tara, which is ancient kingdom in Ireland, where they said that 500 generations of kings had been inaugurated. What? Yeah. And they had this magical stone that you would touch or put your feet on or whatever when the king would be inaugurated. Not you, but the king. I was thinking of us. Well, anyways, get married there. And a giant lion would roar when the king would be inaugurated. It's called the Stone of Scone. It was stolen by the British, like they stole all the trees, all the land, all the resources. They took that stone to the Queen's Palace. Well, anyways, no sad stories. Been to Mexico several times, many times. Went to Palenque, down near Guatemala 4 years in a row, following a past life vision. These are all ceremonies, all teachings, all done with elders. Got invited to Holland for a Peace Elder Conference after the ones we held in Texas. And we had hundreds and hundreds of people. And the first one we had 72 elders from 20 countries. And we got invited to the next one, which was held it's called Wolfsong 2. Wolfsong 1 was Cattaraugus Seneca Reservation, New York. And they asked us to hold the second one. Third one was in Puerto Rico. Next one was in Holland. A similar one in England, where we traveled around on bus for 10 days, 10 cities in 10 days. There was about 10 or 12 elders from all over the world. Aborigine, Native Americans, Filipino, European shamans. And so, been to Alaska to see my sister when she lived there on an emergency mission to help the family out. Been to Hawaii a couple times, did ceremony with Hawaiian people. I'm very grateful. We were on our way to Peru and my mother-in-law passed away. We weren't able to go, so our whole group went without us. And things like that. Many places, you know. Used to run Vision Quest at a Buddhist retreat in Colorado for Sultan Maleone, the first Tibetan woman Lama made in, I don't know, in this country anyways, America. Good friend of ours. 5 years in a row we put the Buddhist families, teenagers out on Vision Quest, the youth, while their parents were in retreat, Buddhist retreat. Magnificent, magnificent. So I'm not trying to talk about myself. I'm trying to say, because I never told you guys, otherwise I would have told you in my 100 videos I've done. So I'm not bragging. I'm just telling you reality, truth. And something I'm proud, not just proud of, I'm honored. In every place you go, you get a DNA awakening, an upgrade, because you're doing ceremony on holy sites. You know, for sure, right? Inside the pyramids. So that's what I bring. That's one of the things I bring. So I encourage people to go, to travel to these sacred sites. Any site, even the Native American mounds all around the world, all of Florida. I've been to many. And pray and do ceremony and offer tobacco and burn sage and cedar and pray and ask for the masters to come in, the teachers, the consciousness, the star, you know, and they're going to use us, not in a used way. They're going to utilize us as part of the team. We're a team. We're the boots on the ground, working for the universe, for God. And the energy, they're going to download the energy through you into the earth there, into the grids, the sacred grids that used to be, bad guys had them taken over by dark to only emanate boo, 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 electromagnetic, low vibrational energies everywhere. Well, today it's all been changed through prayer and through the ceremonies, through the work. It's the Christ crystalline grid around the planet. There's other grids, Archangel Michael, Mary grids around Europe and England and all these things. The Aborigines call it the song lines. They travel along the song lines when they do their walkabouts. Follow these unpaven paths that are the underground, the energy lines. Take them where they go and take them right to where their sacred sites are. They don't remember how to get there. It's all desert. There's hardly any landmarks to know, but the earth tells them, the spirit tells them. And they go there, they do ceremony, and they empower that area. So when you do ceremony, you power the area. Right here in your yard, you're empowering it. You're being a light worker for that quadrant of the world that needs it. We're all like pinpoints. We're like acupuncture points for the Creator. We're like, what do you call them? Nadis on the body. 5,000 nadis on the body, whatever, acupressure points. And the universe is bringing these energies through here. So I'm sure they bring them out here. I always have wonderful and beautiful and sometimes mystical experiences out here at the river. So this has, been my mission here. So that's, how we work with the earth. We talk to the little people. We talk to the fairies. We talk to the trees. We talk to the consciousness, and they talk back. If you want to listen. You say, how's that possible? Hugging a tree grounds you. Get out there with your bare feet. I've been busy, so I decided not to take my shoes off. Collecting wood and all. But my whole body is my atmosphere, the tree here. My skin. Ancient forest never been touched. Old growth. Up to 1,000-year-old trees here that they know of. sacred fire, fire without end. We call down the holy fire of the sun, central sun, diamond shining love, diamond shining purity, diamond shining master control of my attention and outer self, and keep it off of anything that causes destruction, disarray, discordancy in my world. Whew. Just call that fire into you, the cosmic fire, the universal rays of the rainbow rays, the blue, the green, the violet, the ruby, the rose, the gold, the white. Call on the Master, Saint Germain, the violet fire. Archangel Michael's blue sword, lightning from the central sun. To burn away, burn away, burn away, burn away, annihilate, annihilate. Anything of discordancy, anything of dark energies, anything of negativity, of ancient negativity that still tries to hound us and control us. Demons, to annihilate them from my world. Annihilate them, 7 times. Out of this universe, so they never bother anyone again. And the wind just picked up. Annihilate from this land, annihilate from my world, my life, my world, and my affairs. All my family members, all the people I'm thinking about, all the people I think, all humans, all animals, all nature, within the earth, on the surface, and the atmosphere. I call down the Elohim of purity, Claire, the Elohim of the crystal cosmic Christ consciousness of purity, all-seeing eye of God, the white, the past and the future, all is one. We're unique, sovereign, wonderful, divine, original, one of a kind, great. I am the great creative mind of God. I am the great creative mind of God. I am the great creative mind of God. Great creative heart of God. Through the I am presence. The sevenfold flame of the 7 Elohim of the forehead, which is the Elohim, pillars of form in the Bible. Creators, these creator beings, they work with us. They actually have a seed in our forehead, across the forehead. These 7 Elohim, and they'll work through your mind. Nothing in this world can recalibrate, can requalify, can change, can manipulate your mind. The thinking process, the mental realm, the mental aspect. Physical, mental, etheric, and feeling world. You can all find it. Saint Germain's I Am Presence discourses from the Elohim, mighty beloved Elohim. Mind-blowing, mind-blowing. The wisdom is beyond anything you've ever heard. And this is how we're going to ascend through these forces, through these teams, through these light beings, through these masters that have been working here for thousands, hundreds of thousands of years, maybe millions. They've been here. And everybody asks, well, if they've been here so long, how come they haven't saved us and changed the world? Why do you think? That's the first thing you hear in the Bible. It's a free will planet. It says free will. We have free will on this planet. They can't interfere with our free will. The star beings. None of them. Evil entities. Nothing can mess with you until you allow it. It's called free will. You know? That's why we pray. That's why we invoke. That's why we call on. That's why we decree. We have masterful dominion in this world. And that's what my emblem is on my hat. It is a scepter of authority. A scepter of dominion, meaning not over anything. It means we are aligned with the cosmic consciousness, the truth, the teachers, the masters, That scepter that was held by the queen and the kingdoms worldwide, no more. It's in each of our hearts. This scepter is mine. You have your own scepter. Every being has their own scepter, meaning they are aligned with the master consciousness. And that alignment means we are the boots on the ground. We are working here. We're working for the teams. We surrender our ego. We surrender our small self, our need to be right, our need to have no knowledge only stuck in the brain, not the heart. We have to get back to our heart, the all-knowing, the thinking from the heart, which is feeling, which is intuition, which is the voice of God. And as we do that, we wake up in the morning and we might make an affirmation. I align myself to you, God. You walk for me. You talk for me. You give me every breath. I'm so grateful for the breath of life. I'm so grateful that I can blink my eyes and move and be here to help this world during these times. And so they speak through us. They bring the messages. They take the knowledge that you have in whatever field, business or finance or education or medical or government. They're working through all of us. They awaken the DNA. So all this great stuff is awakening within us. And these are the times. They call it, every one of us on the planet right now was born with, or have been awakened to deeper DNA of the field that we're in. Whether you're an actor, or you're on radio, or you're YouTube, or you're in the public eye, or you're a homemaker, or you're a mother, or you're bedridden, or you're disabled. It doesn't matter. Your light, who you are, your essence is what matters. And that everybody's been downloaded with knowledge in the field that they're in to help upgrade. The medical is being completely upgraded. The financial completely upgraded. The government system completely upgraded. They're calling it the God government. The divine plan fulfilled is God government, is the advanced, suppressed Tesla technology and medical devices of Dr. Raymond Rife and all these master Andrea Puharch and geniuses that were suppressed. 6,000, they said 6,000 suppressed patents are being released now. And the main things is the med beds, which the military's had for 50 or more years, that heals you vibrationally of anything wrong with you, any disease, any illness, any. So those are about to hit, and the pharmaceutical and the medical system is going to all change. An example of the system changing in government. If you don't listen to the news, but you listen to these sources, things like I speak. Several years ago, people were running for office in presidency in the Philippines or one of Thailand. I'm sure. I'm sorry. I'm not sure exactly which one. They elected the man that had been in politics for many years. And guess what? They come to find out later, they had hid this knowledge. He was raised a Buddhist monk for his first 15 years or something, or in the monastery that long. And the whole plan was for the universe, the consciousness to get him in, get these beings of light into these positions of power all around the world. So that's what's happening. And so on and so on, so much. You can go on Telegram and just type in the search any of this stuff. You're going to find it all. So, I talk about this a lot. I'm going to sing for a minute. I'm feeling time to wind down. Another long one, but these are my activated seeds, dormant seeds of DNA. Wanted to speak today. The Master Being speaking through me. I just speak the next thing pops in my head. Never think it out ahead of time. Maybe have one thing, you know, like what do you want me to talk about today, Spirit? They might say one thing. Speak about love. Speak about unity. Speak about coming together and awakening consciousness. Working in teams, things like that. Way ho way away 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 away. Way away 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 ha away away. Way away way away. Way away 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 way hey ha hey ha hey ha. Way away away. Way away 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 away. Way away 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 away. Way away 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 away. Way away 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 away. Way away 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 away. Hiya ikshine nemaka ana ki ishine nemaka ana ki ishine nemaka ana. Ancestral wisdom from within. And for those of you that have saw my Andromedan activation, DNA ascension activation video, please check it out. Please practice the steps. Work them like a system. I'm working it over time, not, you know, I couldn't absorb it all at once. So over time, there's like 9 activations. So do one a week, or do one every 2 weeks, or so on and so forth. And just, you know, write it down, memorize it. You can do this with anything you study. Make sure you write it down, memorize it, and then read it off in the morning before you, just as soon as you wake up, or read it at night just before you go to bed, or both. High noon, you know, in sacred spots when you're out here in the forest. I'm about to read some stuff now. And I'm going to read that. I'm going to listen to it again, my video of that, because it's very, very important. The download is going to change your life, changing my life right now, changing my life. And so, thank you to the sun, the wind, the stars, all life, my family, my ancestry. Whew. Past, present, and future. Multidimensional, parallel realities. We don't know, but that stuff's starting to wake up. And many of us have had sacred experiences, so there is a roadmap. You know, your Merkaba, learn how to spin your Merkaba. I got a video on that. Learn how to work with Archangel Michael. I got a video on that. The Andromedans, the Galactics, the Nasara Gasara, the QFS, Quantum Financial System. I got videos on that. Love you all. You research it. Take the next step, guys. I haven't owned a television for 7 years. So I haven't watched any television. You know, YouTube videos, of course, you know, internet, but it's given me time to research, study, and become more of who I really am. Love you all. Love you so much. Honor you. Respect you. Thanks for being part of my collective, my team, even though people don't comment or like too much. What am I going to do? So, I wish you would, but that's okay. It is what it is. I'm not afraid of nothing.